Hello and welcome to Inside Tennessee Football's practice facility. I'm Ryan Sylvia. This is Noah Taylor. We're with VolReport.com on the Rivals Network, and today we met with some members of the Tennessee Volunteers football program coordinators. On the offensive side, Joey Halls, on the defensive side, Tim Banks, and then a handful of players as well. So let's jump right into our takeaways, starting on the defensive side of the ball with Tim Banks. Noah, what are your takeaways from what he had to say?
Yeah, for Tennessee, some things went a little bit different. They've kind of leaned on their defense, to this point of the season. Not so much, in the secondary against Kentucky. Devin Leary was obviously able to have a lot of success. Tim Banks was asked about that, and he said that, their game plan was pretty clear. They were going to sell it on the run, try to stop Ray Davis. He talked about the success they had in that, and they did. Obviously, first game for that secondary since Kamal Haddon's injury. Didn't seem too concerned with what happened there in that game. Something that they said they'll get corrected. Another thing he said I thought was interesting was about the pass rush. That's been big for Tennessee. Going back maybe to the second half of Alabama and then against Kentucky, didn't have as much success in that game. And he said teams are respecting it. He said he noticed in that Texas A&M game, the midway point of the season, as he called it, that teams were starting to really emphasize stopping Tennessee's pass rush. Now, Tennessee had success against Texas A&M doing it, had success in that first half against Alabama as well. I think that's something he said we're going to have to adjust in game and get better at doing that. I think you'll see Tennessee get back to what they were in the pass rush, but obviously something Kentucky zeroed in on Saturday.
Also on the defensive side of the ball, safety Wesley Walker met with the media and talked about the issues that they faced at Kentucky as well. And kind of instantly he said, yeah, you got to give credit to Kentucky. They did a good job, but personally on our end, we need to be better. And he said that film session was the most fun, that they were they were aware that there was stuff they needed to clean up, but now they have an opportunity to do it against an out-of-conference foe in UConn. But he made sure to also say about that they're treating it like any SEC game. They're treating it like it's the SEC championship game, essentially. Like, this is a big game for them. That's the mentality they want to take into it and what the coaches have instilled in them. So the defense is going to look to have a big bounce-back game against the Huskies this weekend on homecoming. Let's switch to the offensive side of the ball now. Joey Halsley, offensive coordinator, what do you have to say?
Yeah, he was asked about Joe Milton's running ability. We've seen a lot more of it, throughout this season and particularly the last couple of games, and the confidence that's building. I think it was that Texas A&M game. We saw Joe maybe be a little bit hesitant on a play that kind of cost Tennessee on a drive. You haven't seen that much lately. He's a guy now that's been lowering his shoulder, kind of welcoming contact and getting through it. I think that's been huge for Tennessee, and Joey Halsley said that too. It's built his confidence in games, and you've seen that add to what already is a really effective run game for Tennessee. I think that element of Joe Milton being able to do things with the ball in his hands as well, had a big run on third down that all but ran out the clock for Tennessee on Saturday against Kentucky. So that's been huge for him, and he does look like a confident runner.
Absolutely. Another guy that's putting up a lot of points for Tennessee right now, though, is kicker Charles Campbell. He made 4 field goals, was perfect on extra points in the win at Kentucky, and we met with him today, and he quickly gave a lot of credit to the whole operation, talking about Matthew Solansky snapping, Jackson Ross, the punter, holding, saying that Solansky's making Ross's job easy with a good snap, and then Ross is making Charles's job easy with good holds. I asked him about that 4th field goal, though, when he kind of doinked it in off the upright. He laughed about it and said he was kind of trying to will it in as the ball's in the air off the foot. He knew it was right at that upright, and he was just kind of hoping it would sneak in, and ultimately it did. So Charles Campbell, a very popular man in Knoxville right now after his big game, and he will look to continue that in his final year of eligibility. That'll do all from us here today. But make sure you head over to VolReport.com for all of our written content. We'll have a piece on Charles Campbell very soon from Noah right here, so make sure to look out for that. And then basketball season is here as well. Lady Vols coverage yesterday, men's team coverage today as they get through the preseason exhibitions and onto this regular season slate. And then we'll also have some baseball content as they prepare for their upcoming season as well. So head over to VolReport.com. Links to everything you need is in the description. And thank you for watching.